So, welcome to Brands for Better. Here we are with another episode, and I'm so glad to have with me Simona Maggini. So, Simona is the WPP Country Manager Italy. So, are you ready to play the Better Nuances game
Ready
with
to
me?
play.
Ready to play. So, in our game we play together, we would like to uncover your brands, shades of better, but also if you want to talk with you about passion, dreams, choices, so everything that maybe count. Let's start with some ice break. So, first question that is also my favorite is what do you actually do? But no job title.
I mainly assist people psychologically, I would say, during their daily job. No, I'm joking, but not that much joking. What do? I do a lot of things. Actually, I spend a lot of time talking to people, talking to clients. So there's a lot about talking and listening. So if I would have to say something that is not
Okay.
given, of course, then there's business, but it's another thing. But I would say I spend a lot of time in sharing and listening to the others sharing stuff with me.
Okay, and outside of work, any hobbies, habits, ritual, or fun fact about you that isn't on Google?
One pretty recent passion, and everybody is laughing about that, is I'm into line dancing, which means country dancing,
Wow.
the American style. And I'm no totally crazy, totally crazy. I dance like 2-3 times a week. We travel to faraway places in the countryside where they hold these festivals.
Oh, so
So
really an
yeah.
experience.
I have
So,
4 pair of boots, 3 hats. Yeah, so that's
well,
I'm really into that.
nice one. So let's dive a little bit on our main word, so better. What is your idea of a better life?
Well, the idea of a better life is when you are able to stay true to yourself, but at the same time evolve, understand maybe what can be done differently, what's I would not say wrong, but let's say maybe not totally proper in your personality or in your way of behaving. So I truly believe in self-reflection as a way to be better.
Yeah, it's nice because it's also a matter of understanding itself
Yeah,
before to start
and
working, yeah, and
accepting.
accepting, yeah. Okay. So let's ground this word better. So our elephant in the room. What does better mean for WPP, for your brand?
Better for WPP means giving our talents the best playground for their exploration, growth, creativity, even though you're not necessarily a creative in WPP. So I would say really this freedom. Freedom to express yourself within, of course, the context, but that would be better if we could do it better. It would be better for our people, for our business, for ourselves.
So, and what is not better? Dealing with your daily job also.
Bureaucracy and overstructure. That's the worst thing. Of course, it's a bit part of the game. When you are quite of a big business company, of course, you need to have some sort of organization, but the tendency to transform it in bureaucracy, in heavy procedures that are limiting the freedom to
Yeah.
express yourself, that's really hurting the business, hurting people path for growth, and also be the ambitions.
So sometimes the way of saying the simple, the better. It's
It's
not.
true.
Yeah,
It's
it's
true.
true. So, what are you doing as a brand to be better? Something practical. Give me some project, some proof of.
I would say, even though it's let's say becoming boring topic, but I would say what WPP is doing better is the way we are diving into AI. The company has invested a relevant amount of money over the past 6 years to build our own AI powered platform, which is, of course, incorporating all the other
Yeah.
AI systems like Gemini or ChatGPT. but the fact that we have our own with a number of features that are of course changing mainly every week in a protected environment for our clients, I think it's a better way for all of us to start dealing with this revolution and transformation in a way that is protected, tutored, trained. So in a way we are helping our people to do that in the best possible way. And
also
as we know, there's a lot of misunderstandings. There are a lot of claims around AI. Not everything is true. Not everything is feasible. Not everything is safe. So the fact that we have our own platform is also very secure from an ethical point of view, from a legal point of view. So I think that's a very better way for the company to walk along the path of AI in marketing.
So help also to understand the potential of the tool, the instrument, but also maybe be a little bit more free to experiment even.
Yeah, exactly. We are actually invited to experiment and to try and learn. Of course, there are things which are consuming tokens, so that's not for every 5 minutes. But there are a number of functions that are really explorative and helping people to get acquainted to something that is actually a revolution in the way of working, more than in replacing tasks. It's really a different way of approaching our work and maybe also other jobs, not only marketing.
And where you think you are still on a work in progress, so or maybe even this is a work in progress, or you're with everything it's a work in progress?
No, I would say this is also a work in progress because, as I said, I mean, the evolution is on a daily basis, both for us on our own tool and for everybody when it comes to AI. So it's it's really walking together, understanding, making mistakes. Of course, there's a lot of try and learn, and a lot of learning on the job. So there's not a manual to use AI. You have to find your way, and I would also say there's probably too much around this that is sort of academic or patronizing, when I would promote more a pragmatic approach. So let's try, let's see what it works and what does not work. Let's create pilot projects rather than talking and claiming things that actually nobody really knows, unless the ones that are creating and programming the AI machines. But also for them, I don't think it's that easy to define what's going to really happen in the daily business, in the daily job. So
doing something sometimes it's better than overthinking.
Doing better than talking too much.
But dealing with the AI and with the other words that we are mentioned sometimes, so nuances. Do you think that AI can help us to better understand, explore, or give the right answer to the infinite maybe nuance that we have in our world, or is something that the risk is to be standard, so maybe polarized in a certain way?
Look, the way we see AI is a sort of boost for our thinking, being creative or not, and also our creative people, they tend to see AI as a sort of sparring partner. Of course, it's a very powerful sparring partner because he's able
it's a demanding sparring partner
to give you a feedback in a few seconds, and of course fishing in a big amount of data and knowledge rather than a human being a sparring partner. Nevertheless, we should never forget the human contribution to everything. Is what makes AI really powerful is when there's a human on the other side. Otherwise, machine to machine is not really intriguing.
So the fact of the co-creation is maybe the point.
I think it's one of the ways AI is evolving and developing in marketing is a sort of walking together with a
to
human
do
being
things better.
to do things
To
better.
do things better.
Hopefully.
Okay, let's go on with fly high. So let's see how big we can dream. I
Yeah.
think that the dream of everyone, for sure, everyone here is to have unlimited budget. No, because sometimes we cannot do things because that's a budget problem. That's always a budget problem. So, but if you have unlimited budget, what project you start tomorrow?
Leaving, let's say, the real business behind, I've always believed in communication as a powerful tool to move people to do something or to think something. And I'm also very, very keen on the social role of communication. So if I could think about something big, I would think about something around a social cause.
Okay.
So, like, I don't know, doing something for kids in Africa, or doing something for someone that is needing some help, but in a very big way. So, like, moving an entire population in a way that is improving their lives. So if I could, like, I don't know, Band-Aid or, you know, those kind of things that music did in the past, which really had a big and visible impact on the social cause that they decided to pursue.
And instead, one project. So your suggestion, one project that you think every brand should do, because now they don't have problem with budget. So if you don't have project with budget, this is the thing you have to work on it tomorrow.
I would encourage every brand to stand for something. Then I'm not saying it's a campaign, it's an activation, it's a sponsorship, whatever. But and I would especially recommend this to Italian brands. To pick up and choose a way to stand for something, and to take a position, and use the power of their brand and their media budget or production budget to give a message to someone. Does not have to be a social cause, but a message that is relevant. Could even be one of the super beautiful Levi's campaign that was, I mean, it does not have to be something important or for a greater good, but really something meaningful that can move people and, I don't know, push them to think in a different way, or give them an emotion or a minute of entertainment. Could be anything, but taking a position.
Yeah, nice. Sometimes it's just a matter to say something. No? Have
right.
to have also the braveness to say something.
Right.
Okay. So let's talk about risk. Biggest risk you took to fly high, but it would take again, so it's worth.
In life, the biggest risk was when I decided to throw myself down in a spring fall with a very small piece of wood, and that was not really clever, and actually I hurt myself in different points. But besides that, in business and also in life, when I moved to a different country and I decided to leave Italy for a while, that was a huge risk. But maybe the biggest risk was to come back.
Okay, this one was really nice. And let's move on. Let's go to explain better. So we know that words matter for everyone, but the audience is very important. And I think that every time change the way we share things and change the way we use the words. So if you have to explain to a child, better is...
Better is, to a child, I would say better is when you're happy. If it's a child. If it's an adult, maybe something different. But to a child, I would keep it simple.
Yeah. And so let's change subject, and maybe you are most used to this. A skeptical CEO. Better is?
Better is when you feel uncomfortable, which is something that we don't like to feel. But usually when you feel uncomfortable, you tend to make the right choice and the proper decision. Comfort zone is not helping not necessarily brave decisions, because not everybody has to be brave every day, but usually comfort zone tend to repeat.
Yeah, okay. To stay on the path and never change.
Repetition is okay in processes, but repetition is not okay in leadership. Leadership is about being uncomfortable.
Nice one, nice one. So let's go to better choice. So we know that life is made of choice, and I'm so glad to ask you, purpose or profit?
Purpose.
But why?
That's
purpose? Yes.
easy. No, come on, profit is a bit trivial. I mean, we could say that there's no purpose without profit, because I mean, profit helps.
Sustain
Money
otherwise.
helps to make things real, but yeah, I'm a dreamer. I'm a romantic one, so of course I'm more attracted by purpose than profit. Then I would say that probably a good purpose will also turn into a profit.
Yeah, nice one. And creativity or strategy?
Strategy.
Because?
Because I'm usually very attracted by the thinking and by the way you can create something that is not real only with thinking.
Okay.
Which is what strategy does mainly.
So to understand the problem and maybe plan how to solve the problem.
Strategy is probably the most sophisticated kind of creativity.
This is very nice.
To me. So the ability to build something by matching elements or combining data with the consumer trend or whatever it is, it's very fascinating.
And awards or business impact?
Awards. Yes, I like to win awards. I mean, now we are in a time where actually it seems a bit posh if you only think about awards. But I would say that in the very end, an award is also recognition of a business impact. So again, the two things are probably connected. But why not jumping on a stage and getting a nice...
and be happy, a trophy. Okay. Simona, thank you so much. So we
Thank
are landing, but just a couple of minutes more. Let's talk about a better future. So at Videns, our podcast, we believe that those who learn inherit the future. So what must we learn today to be better tomorrow, or if we may create a better tomorrow?
I will reply to this using a little piece of a theory that has been developed by a UK professor in coaching. And the thing that we should learn is to stop judging. We don't even know how much we judge ourselves, people around us, things that we see. I mean, we are completely, let's say, immersed in judging. And judging is different than evaluation. So evaluation is rational. Judgment is also connected to values, emotion, and usually it includes an opinion on someone else. So the thing is, who are we to have an opinion on everything? Maybe we should just look at what's around us and evaluate if we like it or not, if we understand it or not, if we want to stay with that person or not, but really, let's say, clean ourselves from judgment will make us better persons.
Wow, it's also it's the matter of accepting more what happens
after
around.
After not judging, there's acceptation. That's the second step.
But this is the second
coaching,
step, so we can start with no judge.
Let's start with no judge.
Okay, Simona, thank you so much for being with me.
Thank you.
Grazie mille.
Grazie a te.
Lo